Okay. Hopefully I can say this right. What we keep telling the whole world about women's rights, the whole reason I even sang Santa Baby was basically a coding, lullaby, tongue in cheek hint to share the wealth, to tax the rich, that 99.99% we're not getting their fair share of the wealth. And it's only gotten worse because that was 22 years ago. But you won't hear my speech at the UN. What you will see is whatever I wore, sliced and diced. So you're looking at what I look like in the morning. It's my life. So now they can copy that. Oh boy. And more people pay the price. You sit there and you watch CNN shine the light. Okay, well, that's good. Shine the light. I get it. But I put out a press release 6 months, 9 months, almost a year ago. Shine the light. And now Cadillac has shined the light. And CNN has shined the light. And Bobby De Niro has shined the light. And all I want to say is all these people have known me since before 9/11. And I took this very shy voice and the fame that my first hit gave me around the world, because I'm a coder, and I launched online so that I could see some fairness because I felt the industry was rigged. So I went online. That's why we have selfies and social influencers, which I'll get to at another time. Anyway, yes, it's created the facial recognition, the fake algorithms, all this, so that we depower the very voices we need to hear. Okay? Like, how many people are facing addiction issues? And we're isolating them. The most talented, vulnerable people are left with no protection. Nothing. No little club to go to, no one to hang out with, and don't give me no AA bullshit, because that's a whole different genre of people, no offense. My brother didn't drink, but that was more the Salvation Army, I think. Anyway, I just find it disappointing that here we are at Christmas nearly, and no one ever knows that I sing this song, and the cover of which was Eartha Kitt's originally. And of course, I sang it to Jack because I would always help all his friends make so much money. It was like, hey, share the wealth, not just when us girls go up and down a pole. We give you ideas all year long, and you're turning us all into one person, so, send me a duplex, sign the checks. Anyway, since that didn't work, I went to see refugees suffering the same issue in the Western Sahara. That didn't work. So I put it all together in a code. 2005, got a Nobel nomination for it. Shared with women around the world, all working for peace. But we don't hear about it. It's repackaged for those stars you see all the time, and all those specials honoring us zeros who do all the hero work. I'm just saying, if you're gonna slice and dice me all day, at least allow me the voice that goes with it. And not for my son and grandson and everybody who works with me and all the creatives I've worked with. Pay the price. The Western Sahara, pay the price. People that are trying to fight for self-determination around the world, the Ungars, anybody in South America fighting against what they're fighting against. We lecture the world on women's rights. And yet they steal every single thing I do and slice it and dice it to sell to you. I mean, if it's not bad enough that there was competition and everything once I made a little headway with my being a little single mom in every little industry, pitching cooking shows, was a social influencer before, like I said, we had teaching them all what branding was back in '99 so all the actors could work even though they weren't working. Figure out different ways to market their creativity and then make it a brand. Yes, I taught my man that. So maybe some royalties this way would be fine. But instead, I've got Kelly Clarkson singing my Santa Baby. But that doesn't bring enough algorithms, so let's have Ariana Grande join her posse. And she already sang my Santa Baby with Debbie Ryan. So all you have to do is Google through Cynthia Basinet, Jack Nicholson, or Cynthia Basinet Santa Baby, and you will see everyone who got to be me for free. And now some of them going a little on the crazy. So I'm doing my best every day to get up and fight this mess. Something's got to give. Never does. No one gets better. No one ever says, hey, Synth, you've watched everyone around with you deal with addiction and aging and Hollywood and this and that and the media. My son doesn't even know what I do. Yeah, I put the sparkle in Marcol. All of them, all the way back 35 years. Minogue, this, the supermodels. I still make the brands. I still style that image you see sold to you on Guthrie Renker. I could never pronounce it, so I could never get the audition. Well, got the audition, thanks Sheila Manning. But see, we all went on commercial strikes. And then they brought in, I used to do Pepsi, and then they brought in Britney. Yeah, I had a #1 hit too, in red vinyl. And because of who it was sung to is why we had sex tapes. Yes, dears, this is how long this little BS charade has gone on to keep us unempowered, unenlightened, barely entertained, so that it isn't even Disney anymore. It's whoever owns Disney. It's whoever owns... It's just so tragic. Your daughters, women are pleading with me. Yeah, their daughters can't sew, cook, enjoy the nurturing that making themselves a tea. All they know how to do is do a pose holding a paper cup coming from some place that tore down rainforest to grow coffee beans. And other farmers that are organic, selling to small little ma and pa, they are dying from this coffee disease that they don't get any help from Starbucks. Starbucks doesn't say, hey, we make enough money. Let's help the small little ones get some help with this product that can help them from not getting this fungus and forever kill off their coffee bean production. Now who cares, right? Go get a Starbucks. These brands have not only been sold to you, they've been sold to you off my back. And what do I mean off my back? I mean watching me 24/7. From the little nugget that can put on somebody and sell it. Sell you Oreos. Sell you Decode the Bias. Yeah, put in a gold earring down to here and put some gold in here and then put the red glasses and pose. You know, women didn't wear glasses on camera till I started addressing the United Nations Security Council. And about 10 years into it, this granny had to start wearing glasses. Yeah, but I couldn't wear my expensive ones because I was traveling. So I'd start to wear the crappy ones. Yeah. So, you know, when you see all these sunglass lines by celebrities, they're copying these either crappy ones or these absolutely gorgeous ones that are now out of business because of all the celebrities making brands off of real brands, which is what we've had for the last, 20 years? So I'm glad I could style the Met Gala. I'm glad that my 2004 used dress then with the little gloves, little bag, and the little hand stitching in red and white and the hearts and me dining with my Richie Rich friends, yes, in New York, could influence, tax the rich, yes, because everybody knows I'm a hard-working union daughter. Okay, that's my rant. No one will ever hear it. Why? Because you'll get to hear a million people singing like me. How sad. Our world is propagated on replicating something I already did that I don't get paid for. I haven't gotten paid for, which is fine. No credit. And I don't mind silently programming NPR or changing the DJs on KCRW or styling the newscasters' hairs and relieving them of Botox and things like this and lighter makeup. But like I said, I don't get a dime. And they stalk me day and night. Yeah. Suicide attempts? We'd have Bernie Sanders for president if not for the divorce that I had that went on for so long. Yes, to the rocker husband that I got the transplant for, but then you kind of don't need me once you get your transplant. So that was starting over, really over, because I was in the Midwest helping him with his liver transplant, not on red carpets. So they just start grabbing it up. And when his bestie works for The View, why not just tell everybody I'm just a little nobody that does a little thing on the internet? Yeah, like Bill Gates does video games. What do you think coding ends with? Just whatever. And my hair is quite beautiful. Anyway, one more day to stay alive. Maybe I'll actually get to see my grandson and my son. Imagine that. Imagine all the things I go through. And I don't even get the basic things like that. My son doesn't even know what I do. Nor does anyone else I see. But go ahead. Style Nora O'Donnell or Gayle King, because I'm on the earth to help CBS and whoever owns CBS and now whoever owns CBS and Paramount Plus and HBO Max and Disney. You know why they changed it all? Because they're so hashtagged into Disney and HBO because of Weinstein and Bob Iger and all these little assholes that are getting a piece of me. They just, Moonves. And I don't bother with SNL and NBC and, well, that's Universal. And of course we know why the New York Post and Murdoch gets all his insider and why every woman looks the same at Vanity Fair and whatnot. Anyway, I'm just saying. But I have just a little royalty, just a little bit. I think the Queen's coming to Nashville. Oh yeah, the Queen's coming to Nashville. And guess who taught her what branding was? Otherwise, it would have been in the prenup. She didn't know her little daughter-in-law, grandson daughter-in-law was figuring out how to brand out the family Sussex for China on QVC, along with everybody else who gets to be me. That's right, come here, everybody know the cheer. I know, 'cause I've seen too, and it's taken 10 years off for you. Everyone, we're all in it together, be kind to each other. And these are so freaking good. I don't know who makes them, but maybe you'll send me more. Maybe you'll send my refugees some. Maybe you'll send my grandson some. Maybe I'll actually get a commercial being freaking me. Or at least singing a jingle for it, right? 'Cause bring out the best foods and bring out the best. Oh, yeah.